Welcome to this explainer. The upcoming 2026 FIFA World Cup isn't just going to be another tournament. It is actually gearing up to be the biggest, most complex, and honestly, the most unique event in the entire history of the sport. We're going to unpack exactly what's happening behind the scenes today. And trust me, there is a whole lot more going on here than just football. Now, we throw the word biggest around a lot, right? But 2026 is completely rewriting the rulebook. Do you realize the sheer scale of what's coming? Because behind all of FIFA's historic changes is this massive story of logistics, leverage, and, well, a pretty surprising truth about why they actually make the decisions they do. So let's dive right into this. Part 1, the biggest World Cup. New format, new hosts. For literally decades, we've built our summers around that traditional symmetry of 32 teams battling it out. It's what we know. But in 2026, we are seeing a historic expansion to 48 competing nations. That is a massive 50% jump in the number of teams stepping onto the global stage. It completely changes the entire dynamic of the competition. Now, accommodating all those extra teams, that requires an unprecedented amount of space. So for the very first time ever, 3 major nations, the USA, Canada, and Mexico, are joining forces to co-host the event. The geographical footprint of this tournament is literally going to stretch across an entire continent. But what does that mean for us watching at home? Well, it boils down to one absolutely staggering number: 104. That is the record-breaking total number of matches that are going to be played in 2026. Just think about that for a second. It is an immense scale, practically guaranteeing us weeks of non-stop wall-to-wall football. Okay, let's look a little deeper. Part 2, the real game, money and revenue. So we have to ask ourselves, is this massive expansion, 48 teams, 3 host nations, 104 matches, is all of this really just to promote football and grow the game globally? It's incredibly easy to assume that it's all about the pure love of the sport and giving more countries a chance to shine. But the short answer? Absolutely not. Expanding the tournament like this creates some highly lucrative new financial drivers. Think about it. Adding more teams logically means more matches, right? Which inevitably leads to significantly higher ticket sales across all those massive North American stadiums. And most importantly, all that extra screen time generates an unprecedented amount of broadcasting money. Just look at the targets here. FIFA isn't merely trying to expand the game, they are targeting a revenue jump in the billions. Billions with a B. That fat broadcasting money is the true engine driving all these insane logistics. Literally every single extra match added to that 104 total is just another massive financial win for the organization. But let's take a breath and shift gears for a second. Part 3, the legend's last journey. Because beyond the billions of dollars and the crazy continental logistics, 2026 brings a deeply bittersweet reality to the pitch. This is highly likely the final World Cup for football legends Lionel Messi and Cristiano Ronaldo. For nearly 2 decades, these two guys have absolutely defined the sport. And the realization that we may never see them on this grand stage again, that carries immense historical and nostalgic weight. We are essentially preparing for a global farewell tour here. And that brings this undeniable, heavy sense of urgency to every single match they're going to play in 2026. So here is the ultimate question. With 48 teams, 104 matches, and literally billions of dollars on the line, who is actually going to lift the trophy this time? Will we get a fairy tale ending for Argentina or Portugal? Or is this massive new format going to open the door for some unexpected underdog to just completely shock the world? What do you think? Thanks for joining me for this explainer, and be sure to stick around for our next deep dive.